Superman formulates a plan for all superheroes to invade Apokolips in order to avoid bringing the conflict to Earth. While Superman explains the plan, Darkseid watches through Cyborg and learns their plan. When the plan commences, a wave of new parademons attack the heroes. 2 years pass. Superman and a weakened Raven approach a drunk John Constantine and depressed Etrigan in an abandoned pub, asking for his assistance. The group is then attacked by parademons and manage to just barely hold their own. Constantine asks Superman why the plan failed. Superman explains their plan failed because Darkseid knew about it. He thus counterattacked with a new army of parademons, half parademon, half doomsday creatures. Most of the heroes were killed in the invasion. Those that survived, Darkseid had plans for, bonding Batman to the Mobius chair to turn him into a servant of Darkseid, injecting Superman with liquid kryptonite to depower him, and turning the surviving heroes into servants of Darkseid. Raven then furiously questions Constantine as to why he fled when Zatanna was killed. Constantine explains he's not sure why either. He just ran without explanation, and still he doesn't know why. The group make their way into Big Ben to formulate a new plan. Superman implies that they will need Constantine's help in locating Damian Wayne. Through some struggles, the group teleports to Nipal and are attacked by Lady Shiva and the League of Assassins. Damian stops the fight and reveals himself to be the new head of the demon leading the League. Superman explains that they need Damian in order to break Darkseid's control over Batman, or at the very least, kill him if they are unsuccessful. Raven begins to strain further and further, trying to suppress Trigon inside her. Growing weaker, Raven makes a contingency plan with Constantine to kill her in order to prevent Trigon from escaping. Meanwhile, Apokolips launches 3 Reapers into the Earth to harvest the core. The group make their way to Belle Reve in order to meet up with Lois Lane and recruit more help for their plan. There, they meet Harley Quinn, who has now become leader of the Suicide Squad following the death of Amanda Waller. Lois makes a plan to destroy Apokolips. 2 teams will attack the Reapers in order to draw the Parademons away from Apokolips, all while Darkseid plans to personally invade Oa. With the Parademons and Darkseid distracted, they will attack LexCorp and use the teleporter there to make their way to Apokolips. Finally, they will destroy the power generator and destroy Apokolips. Orchid and the remaining members of the Bat family attack one of the Reapers, while Shazam leads the attack on the Great Wall Reaper. Harley and Captain Boomerang smuggle the rest through a van into LexCorp, while Lois notices no Parademons have been called off Apokolips. Constantine decides to project himself to the Congo and convinces Swamp Thing to attack the nearby Reaper. The plan works, as the Parademons are summoned to protect the Reapers. As planned, Darkseid personally invades O to destroy the Green Lantern Corps. With the Apokolips forces occupied, the team advances through LexCorp, losing Lady Shiva and Cheetah in the process, making their way to the top level. They confront Lex Luthor, and he convinces them to spare him so he can help them further. Lex arms the teams with kryptonite weapons in order to fight the Parademons and gives Superman his war suit in order to help him keep up in the fight. The team split up, with Lois, Lex, and the remaining Suicide Squad members. Meanwhile, Superman, Raven, Damian, Constantine, and Etrigan will go to Apokolips to destroy the generator. Lois kisses Superman goodbye as the group teleport to Apokolips. The team are unfortunately noticed by the new Furies, cyborgs of Hawkman, Mira, Starfire, Martian Manhunter, and Wonder Woman. Through the fighting, Wonder Woman kills Etrigan, and Constantine is able to grab Diana's lasso of truth and break Darkseid's control over her. With her mind restored, Wonder Woman holds off the cyborg Furies while Constantine and the others make their way towards the generator. The team makes their way to the generator and are shocked to see the Flash as the power core of the generator. They disconnect Flash and Constantine lets him rest. While doing so, Constantine sees Flash's memories and realizes Flash caused all this through the Flashpoint. Without a generator, they can't blow up Apokolips and must change their plans. That's when they decide to move towards Darkseid's throne to locate Batman. From there, they find Cyborg, connected to the Apokolips mainframe, and restore his mind, freeing the Cyborg Furies. Darkseid arrives and commands Batman to kill Damian. Batman gains the upper hand, but is reminded of himself the night his parents were murdered and refuses to kill his son. Angered, Darkseid attempts to kill him, but Damian blocks the Omega beams and dies. Distraught over Damian's death, Raven begins to lose control and Trigon attempts to free himself from her. Constantine removes the gem from Raven and releases Trigon. Constantine offers himself to Trigon as a host, but Trigon refuses and possesses Superman, purging him of the kryptonite. A Trigon-possessed Superman kills John Constantine and attacks Darkseid. Meanwhile, the Paradooms storm LexCorp in order to return to Apokolips. Armed with kryptonite weapons, the squad fight off waves of Paradooms until they're forced onto the teleporter and activate the self-destruct. As the timer counts down and members becoming overwhelmed by the Paradoom forces, Lois attempts to speak with Superman one last time. Batman broadcasts her through Superman's warsuit, and Lois wishes him one final goodbye and I love you before the LexCorp tower explodes. Devastated by her death, Superman is able to separate himself from Trigon and Darkseid traps Trigon. Resorted, Superman attacks Darkseid while Raven recovers and resurrects Damian. John awakens in an afterlife with Zatanna, and she apologizes for putting a compulsion spell on him 2 years ago in order to save his life should the Justice League's invasion plan fail. Constantine forgives her and reawakens in Apokolips. He plans to have Cyborg open a boom tube to nowhere and trap Apokolips and Darkseid. In order to save as many as they can, Raven and Constantine free Trigon and have him fight and distract Darkseid. Cyborg teleports the Paradooms back to Apokolips, opens a boom tube for everyone to escape, and stays behind to destroy Apokolips. The boom tube engulfs and obliterates Apokolips and traps Trigon and Darkseid. Back in front of the Titan's tower, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman realize that the Reapers have taken too much of the Earth's core, resulting in imminent disaster if they can't reverse it. Batman states that even if the damage is fixable, it will result in the deaths of 1 billion people before they could fix the planet. Constantine then approaches a hopeless Flash and asks him to clear the board. Concerned over the risk of time travel, Flash is hesitant, saying he promised Iris he would never again. Constantine pleads, suggesting anything could be better than the present. Flash warns him that it will change everything and could risk another Flashpoint. Constantine understands, but convinces him, saying that it won't be perfect, but they will get through it. Inspired, Flash runs through the Speed Force and a bright light follows him that consumes the world and remaining heroes.